SCP-056 command. Hello, Dr. Long here. Today we'll be going over SCP-056. Let's get right into it. SCP-056. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-056 is to be kept in a room of its choosing, with whatever furnishing it expresses desire for. Level 1 personnel and above may interact with SCP-056 at any time they choose for a time length not exceeding 2 hours. The subject is to be guarded by a minimum of 3 security staff at all times, with shift change every 4 hours. Each guard is to be armed with a non-lethal tranquilizer pistol, loaded with no less than 1500 microliters of cyclopyrrolone tranquilizer. Any irregularities in personnel and staff developed by extended exposure to SCP-056 will result in a psychological examination and relocation to site data expunged. The subject is allowed access to any objects it desires, with the exception of weapons, communication devices, an internet connection, and other SCP objects. It may wander in research sector as it wills, but is never allowed to access floors with exits. In the event of an emergency, or if SCP-056 becomes violent, it is to be subdued and contained within its room if possible. At no time should personnel attempt to arm SCP-056. See Addendum 2B. Description: SCP-056 is a being of variable size, gender, and appearance, with changes in response to the environment around it, especially in regards to living and sentient beings. Its most common form is a handsome man in his middle 20s, dressed in the garbs of similar appearance to that of the person guarding it, but of a higher quality and aesthetic value. However, it has been recorded as taking these forms: a large, well-groomed Labrador Retriever, when exposed to Dr. Blank's dogs; a woman of similar appearance to famous actress Scarlett Johansson, when placed by a group of young female staff; a female doctor in a white lab coat when speaking with various researchers. When asked to take an IQ test, the subject scored nearly 30 points higher than the highest scoring researcher available; a male bodybuilder who was able to lift nearly 250 kilograms twice on a bench press machine in the sector's gym. This was 30 kilograms heavier than the strongest security guard's maximum at the time. A couch of extremely pleasing aesthetic value when left alone in the subject's room. These changes will generally occur the moment all people in the area loses focus on the subject, which occurs immediately upon the exposure to a new object or person. See Addendum 3. Filming these changes has proven inconsequential, as any viewing of the tapes or feed suffers the same momentary confusion. Clothing is also changed during this time, though 056 has yet to manifest any sorts of tools or weapons. It is theoretically impossible to view SCP-056's original or natural form. When left in an empty concrete cell or under closed-loop video surveillance, it took the form of a higher quality camera and appeared to monitor the camera watching it. Further attempts to yield its natural form discovered that when alone, it had no readable life signs, including body temperature, heartbeat, or weight. It is assumed by researchers that it could not exist without any sort of perception. Personnel in contact with the subject often report feeling jealous or unsatisfied, yet will often give a great deal of both positive and negative attention to SCP-056, which can be predicted by their personality type. Security staff will often claim that they wish to follow the subject's command, even if they dislike it or its current form, while researchers in extended contact with it will often try to argue and verbally abuse it, which usually results in the subject sending them out in shame. SCP-056 is capable of speech and can apparently communicate in any language, verbal or not, and has shown fluency in over 200 dialects, including those invented by cryptographers and hobbyists. It frequently treats the staff around it with disdain, though is generally willing to do whatever is asked of it, so long as the inquiring does so in a submissive way. It expresses interest in magazines, fashion, automobiles, theoretical science, sports, and multiple other subjects, usually expressing greater knowledge and understanding of the topic than people it is communicating with. Personnel will generally become angry, disenchanted, or disgusted with SCP-056 after speaking with it for great lengths of time, though they will try to speak with it again if possible. When questioned about other SCPs, it showed fear and occasional hatred and refused to speak about any of them, even object classified safe. Additional, subject was found to be working for the clothing design company Redacted after an unusual number of homicides, suicides, and mental breakdowns of other models working around SCP-056. When Class E personnel attempted to detain it, their mannerisms provoked it to change into what appeared to be the form of data expunge, resulting in the death of 17 agents and 10 civilians. This incident was covered up by claiming an employee suffering from psychopathy brought a firearm to work and attacked other workers. Addendum 1. Those with level 4 or above clearance refer to document number 956-0. Document number 956-0. Audio recording of the first encounter with SCP-056. Hey, listen. Whatever you are, you're under arrest for murder. No, go away. You need to come with us right now. You don't want to do that, you stupid little man. The fuck? It looks just like data expunge. Gunshots and screaming. Tape ends. Addendum 2-A. See document 956-1. Document 956-1. Behavioral testing for SCP-056. Testing procedures. Data expunged. Addendum 2B. Results. 1 male D-class personnel armed with a knife. Intent to harm subject. Subjects appear as a lean, fit man, approximately 20 years of age. Subject proceeds to disarm and kill personnel. 1 female D-class personnel bearing a bottle of wine. Intent to offer subject a gift. Subject appear as a beautiful woman, accepts the gift, and upon tasting it, spits it back into the person's face before waving her hand. 2 Class D personnel, both male and female, carrying nothing and intending nothing. Subject appears as a beautiful woman in a well-tailored business suit, examines both personnel, then dismisses them. 10 D-class personnel, all male, intending and carrying nothing. Subject appears as a beautiful woman dressed in a low-cut red dress. After approximately 10 minutes, all personnel began showing signs of irritation, and 5 minutes later broke out into fighting. Subject waved them away after watching them for 7 minutes. 1 female level 4 personnel, voted to be best looking woman on facility. Carried nothing, intended nothing. Subject appears as an extremely aesthetically pleasing woman and displayed a large lexicon and understanding of management skill. Spoke to personnel for nearly 19 minutes until personnel became infuriated and left the room. Addendum 3. Note from Dr. Kennett. I was recently informed that 056 has repeatedly requested access to the internet. When I asked 056 about this, it told me that we were unable to provide it with enough sycophant, and that it wanted the whole world to see its face. Needless to say, its request was denied. End of audio log. It's allowed to free roam across the facility, well, on floors where there's no doors. That seems quite dangerous. What happens if it comes into contact with an SCP? Is it going to try and top its power? What would happen if, for example, it came into contact with SCP-682? I know it's scared of them, but that could be a terrifying threat. I need to dig into this more to find out if there's extra test logs somewhere. But that's gonna be it for today. I'll see you folks in the next one.